What would it take to convince me that God is real? It's a fair question, one that believers ask like it's a trap. But I take it seriously because if I can't be moved by anything, then maybe I'm not as rational as I claim to be. So I thought about it hard and I realized something. If God is real and he actually wants to reach me, then he knows exactly what would work. And yet he hasn't done it. But that's not an answer, that's a dodge. So let's try this again. Clean, no excuses. What would convince me? I'll tell you. Start with the Bible because Jesus made a promise, not a parable, a promise. John 14:12. Whoever believes in me will do the works I do, and greater works than these. Greater. Not symbolic, not internal, greater. What were those works? Matthew 11:5. The blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised. That's the resume. Jesus healed sickness, Jesus raised the dead, and he said his followers, all believers, would do more. Mark 16, these signs will follow those who believe. They'll cast out demons, lay hands on the sick, and the sick will recover. Not maybe, not spiritually, will. Matthew 10, cure every disease, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, drive out demons. Freely you received, freely give. It's clear, it's specific, and it's universal. If you believe, you get the power. No seminary, no holy water, just faith. So here's my challenge. Take me to a children's hospital. Let me pray in Jesus' name and let that child sit up, healed, fully, instantly, no chemo, no surgery, no 6-month recovery, just healed like Jesus did. If that happened, I believe, on the spot. And if it worked once, I'd stay room by room, child by child, because that's what someone with divine power should do. But that's not happening. Nobody's healing hospitals. Nobody's raising the dead. Nobody's restoring limbs or ending pandemics. You know who is saving lives? Doctors, nurses, scientists, most of whom don't believe, and yet they're the ones doing the work, while believers gather in circles and ask the creator of the universe to bless the hands of the guy with student debt. Then, if the patient lives, God gets the credit. If they die, it was God's will. That's not power, that's spin. Jesus said believers would do greater works. So where are they? Where are the miracles? Not the metaphorical ones, not my dog came home or I found my keys. Real ones. Heal the sick, raise the dead, do what he did. That's the deal. John 14:14. Whatever you ask in my name, I will do it. Whatever. So why aren't you? If Jesus said you could and you don't, then you're cruel. And if you can't, then maybe he never gave you the power. Maybe he never had it. Maybe the book is lying. Or maybe there's no one there. Those are the options. And none of them end with me being the unreasonable one. So next time you ask what would convince me, try this. Keep your prayers. Show me your power. Because if Jesus was right, you don't need to preach. You need to heal. Thanks for watching. See you next time.